Welcome to the Grant Center. My name is Eddie Glenn, and I am joined today by Assistant SID Joseph Swanson. And how are you doing today, Mr. Swanson?
I'm doing great, Eddie. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and we have a presentation of USAC volleyball between your Averett University Cougars and the Pride of Greensboro. The Cougars come in with a record of 7-8, an even 3-3 in USA South play. To Greensboro, 2-12, 1-4 in USA South play, and today is the Dig Pink game. And so we're going to get the national anthem underway, and then after that we will bring you the starting lineups for each team. And we're going to get the lineups underway, and we're going to start with the Pride of Greensboro.
Junior from Danville, Virginia, number 4, Harper Scolo. A freshman from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 6, Sarah Shropshire. A senior from Kinston, North Carolina, number 8, Haley Steelman. A junior from Waynesboro, Virginia, number 12, Abby Taylor. A freshman from Danville, Virginia, number 16, Grady Mazzoli. And a freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 23, Zamaya Mango. And now it's time to meet and greet the starters for your Averett University Cougars.
And so we're actually going to start with the starters for the Cougars. And starting us off first would be number 1, Micah Patterson. Number 2, the senior, Emily Stanley. Number 3, sophomore, Brooke Aaron. Number 5, Mackenzie Miller. Number 10, senior, Jordan Pitzer. 18 is junior, Madison Dedez. And 22, senior, Keenan Marks.
A junior from Yorktown, Virginia, number 18, Madison Dedez. And a senior from Jacksonville, North Carolina, number 22, Keenan Marks. The Cougars are coached by David Miller, who is assisted by Andy Deloy and Matt Stoles.
And so this definitely pitched to be a very exciting game. I think the Cougars have to win this game to get above an even record here in USA South play. And sorry about the late start, but the starters for Greensboro, starting us off, it will be number 0, Tori Belcher. Number 2, Hannah Ritter. Number 5, Ruth Matovu. Number 7 is Katie Clark. Number 11, Sarah Egbers, number 12, Jordan Ware, and number 16, Alicia Ortiz. So it's definitely panning out to be a great game here in the Grant Center. Averett is coming off of a tri-match where it hosted Pfeiffer University and William Peace. We earned a quick 3-0 victory over the Falcons, and then we went 5 sets against the Pacers. Coached by
Keenan Marks here back to serve. Looks like a kill by number 16 over there. Hannah Ritter back to serve for the Pride.
And the Cougars not off to a great start, but as we know in volleyball, you can get down 11, 15 points, and you can still come back and win the whole set.
You can. You can play advantage a lot in volleyball.
Marks finds Pitzer.
It's a nice kill by Jordan Pitzer there. Good dig on the other side of the net by Greensboro to extend that point. Pitzer back here to serve.
And having Marks and Miller on the court at the same time gives the Cougars a striking advantage.
It really does. 6'2" allows them to do a lot more things running 2 setters.
Exactly.
Service error, excuse me, there by Pitzer. Let's get ball back to Greensboro. Sub coming on. Looks like Grace Goins back to serve. Just missed the back line there by Miller.
And it looked like she was trying to paint the stripes over there on the lines on the back end of the court. But nevertheless, Greensboro up 4-1. Micah Patterson finding hardwood, but again, just
missed the tip on the other side of the block there, yep.
And so
have a timeout here by Averett.
Our early timeout by Danny Miller. Greensboro leads it 5-1. We'll take a break and be back here at the Averett Sports Network. And both teams out on the court and ready to go before the completion of the full minute of the timeout.
Grace Goins back to serve.
And that's Miller.
Just a little out of sorts here.
A little bit too much power. Marks over to Aaron.
It's a great kill just off the top of the block.
And subbing into the game will be number 18, Madison Dedez.
Rotation change there. Stanley back to serve for the Cougars.
And a great dig by the Cougars.
It's a great point to stay alive there. Stanley back to serve, looking to pull Cougars back within 2.
Marks to Stanley. She finds Miller.
Good dig there by the libero. That's a great set by Keenan Marks there.
And I was about to say, Marks doing a great job of setting Dedez up. And Dedez a good job of finishing off on the kill.
It's a good block there by, it looked like Hannah Ritter and Ruth Matovu. Matovu back to serve. Kenzie on the attack.
Stanley to Marks to Aaron. And too much mustard coming off of that ball there.
Just a little bit high. Just missing on that outside right now. Another great set and kill there by Dadas.
And Dedez, since her freshman year of coming in, has gotten so much better as we have a substitution.
She elevated really well there. Managed to stay up above the net and put it down. Abby Taylor, excuse me, came in. Gonna have a service ace there. Look for the Cougars to score some points here with Miller back. It's going to be a double touch. Point Cougars.
And Miller, Mackenzie Miller, is someone who came in even as a freshman and a sophomore this year and made an immediate impact to her team. Very rarely in college athletics do you see freshmen come right in and make immediate impacts like that. And Mackenzie Miller was one of those rare athletes that has done it for her team.
Looks like they're going to call Dadas for being in the net there. Ritter back to serve for Greensboro. Just a bit long. Brooke Aaron back to serve for Averett. That's a tough hit right there. Block was set up just right. Pretty good swing on the ball, though.
And now Greensboro out in front by 2 points.
Great set there by Miller. Pitzer put it right down.
And Pitzer possesses so much strength, and she has very good accuracy on her hits. She's able to put it almost anywhere on the court.
She really does. She plays really above the net, which makes her tough to defend. Another great kill by Madison. It's like Kaylee Steelman back to serve. Just outside.
And so this is Belcher on the serve for the Pride. And that was Stillman on the kill.
That was Micah Patterson on the kill.
Patterson, excuse me.
Marks checks back in. It's back to serve.
And Marks setting up Miller.
What a great swing there. Coming off her second triple-double of the year this past weekend. Named Averett Female Athlete of the Week.
And that ball lands inside.
Just sneaking it inside the corner over there.
Beautiful placement to tie the set up here at 12 apiece.
Averett's making a run.
Motovu sends it back across, but Pitzer
Put down by Pitzer. Great kill there. She's hitting well from over there on the left side. Attack by Miller. Just past the line a little bit. So just missing from that right side right now.
And stepping back to serve for the Pride will be senior Katie Clark. And Katie Clark getting a celebration. 14-13 Pride up.
Attack Pitzer. They're going to get a set error on that one on Ritter, it looked like. Pitzer back to serve for the Cougars.
Stanley setting up Miller. Back across from Belcher.
Pitzer kept that one alive. That's a good kill by Brooke Aaron there. That's a great dig by Pitzer in the back row. Managed to pass the ball up to Marks, and Marks put it up for Aaron.
Pitzer back to serve. And that's Motovu.
Looks like they're going to credit a block there to Patterson and Miller.
And Patterson, another one of those players, again, getting better as the season progresses, honestly. She's getting more play time this year than she was last year, and it's showing her the progression of her as a player.
You're right. She's really been pushed into the fold this year, starting to perform really well. Point Cougars. Back line snuck up and just happened to tip it over. Pitzer back to serve again.
Just catches net, and so
just missed the inside of that net there.
Grace Goins will come on for the Pride to serve.
Averett up 17-15 here in the first set.
And that's Micah Patterson getting up.
It's a great kill by Patterson there. One of the big benefits of the 6-2 there is you never know who's going to set it. If it's going to be Marks or Miller, sometimes you get Mike up there in the front row. Stanley on the serve. Looks like we're going to get a kill there by Sarah Edgebers.
And this is going to be Ruth Motovu, the junior.
Just a bit long. Taylor's going to check back in for the Cougars. Miller back to serve.
And I think one thing Coach Danny Miller does really good with his players is one player progression. So all of his players in every position are really good, really balanced, and really a balanced team. Even coming off of the bench, they have really talented players coming off the bench. So you don't necessarily get a break when you're on the court facing this Cougars team.
I'd agree with you. Greensboro picked up a point there. Tack right off the block, just tipped off the block's fingers.
Hannah Ritter back to serve.
Let's see what they're going to call here. Looks like they're going to call 11 for being in the net there. It's going to give the Cougars a 20-17 advantage. Brooke Aaron back to serve. Just missed that. They're going to get Pitzer for being in the net. There's a good opportunity there.
And way to get under it from Pitzer in the beginning there. A nice dig.
It's a good dig. Yep. McKenzie dug it out, managed to set it, just missed it.
And I believe this is Egbers back to serve. Miller to Dedez.
Just a bit too hard.
And Dedez looked like she was trying to find that back corner, and like you said, just too much on it, just a little too much on it.
A lot of times there you swing for the block too, hoping to tip off a finger and keep it in bounds too. Gonna play this back over. Dig there by Taylor. It's a great dump kill right there by the setter.
Katie Clark. This is Egbers again as Greensboro has tied the set up 20 apiece.
Get Abby Taylor on the attack. Taylor again on the kill there. That's one of those that we were just talking. You're swinging for the block there, hoping to tip off fingers.
Right.
Which keeps it in place. If it goes out of bounds, it's still a point.
Right.
You just don't want to hit right into the block. It's a good point there by Taylor. Steelman back to serve.
And so Stillman.
Just off the fingertips of Ritter there. We're going to get a timeout by Greensboro on the floor. Cougars up 22-20.
And the Cougars didn't get off to the best start. So it didn't get off to the best start in the game, but really, after the timeout from Danny Miller, they really got their heads back into the game and have played really well since then.
You're right. A little bit of a slow start. 5-1 run to start it for Greensboro. Miller called a timeout. Probably just settled them down, told them to start hitting the way they know how to. It's pretty much been the case for a lot of this year's very talented group. It's just, can we get them to play together consistently for the whole game?
Right.
Play really well one set, not so much the next set, but 22-20 advantage right here, starting to really hit the ball well.
And another thing, in talking to a couple of fans, you lose 7 seniors and 2 All-Americans, I believe it was. And for this team to still come out and have the record that they do and play as well as they do is really a testament to how much work they put in the offseason to stay talented.
Correct. Just a little bit long there for Greensboro. You're right. I mean, losing a player like Hannah Shields, multiple All-American honors. I mean, arguably one of the best players in USA South Conference history. So
right. It's
going to be tough losing that. And then you lose Sarah Smoot on the opposite side. It's going to take a few games to find the attack, and I think Pitzer and Daddas and them have really started to step up.
Correct, and that was a point there from Greensboro again. And so Belcher will be serving as Stanley checked on.
Belcher back to serve. Set Miller, attack Micah. That's a great kill by Pitzer. Perfect set by Miller, too.
That's absolutely.
Pushed that just out right in the top reach, man, right at the top of her swing.
And Keenan Marks checking back into the court for the serve. And
she's going to go back, serving game point here. Cougars 24-21 advantage. Looking to take set 1. It's like we got a little confusion down there on the score clock.
And while we have a break in the action, I think we might start seeing Micah Patterson get set up more for a few kills because she can get up and she can rise above the net, especially for the size that she stands at. She has some really good ups, and she's showed them so far this set.
She has. Looks like we've got Pitzer and Daddis both tied with 3 kills apiece in this set. Stanley leading the way with 6 digs. I know this right here is a good time to talk about. It's really been one of the pushes this year is you get up in a set. I know Miller's talked about it a lot. You get up 24-21, 1 point away from taking a set. This is where he's really talked about working on finishing, not letting the team back in, letting them tie at 24, taking a 26-24 advantage. I know that this is really big for them right now going into the first set if we can take this 25-21 victory.
And I was just looking at Greensboro's record and looking at the talent they're showing on the court. And Greensboro's a talented team, but I think where they run into a problem with is if a team can take them 5 sets, I think conditioning may run into a conditioning or cardio problem just because they only have 3 substitutes. And, when you're not able to get off the court and get your water break and then get back on, it makes it really difficult to go 4 and 5 sets deep, all the way 25, 26, 27 points.
You're right, and they had a big coaching change right before the season. Their longtime coach left, took a couple of their key players with him, and then looks like I think it's Kevin Troop. He came over from Salem, and this is his first year in Greensboro. I'm not exactly sure where the Greensboro coach left to go, but I do know that he left I think it was about a month right before the season started.
And anytime there's a coaching change, it doesn't necessarily affect the freshmen coming in, but it does affect, the players that are already there who've, been installed in a certain system for 3 years and 2 or 3 years, and, they're used to a certain way, and maybe you have a different coach come in with a different system. You got to kind of rewire the gears there and reset almost and start all over again. But, I'm sure Coach Troop, has some things up his sleeve for this Greensboro team moving forward.
I'd agree with you. He's been pretty successful at Salem, turned that program around. So I see big things coming for Greensboro in the future. It's like we still got some confusion down there with the book.
And I think in talking about Coach Troop's first season here and how he turned that program around, Danny Miller, he's been here coaching at Averett alone longer than most of his players have been alive. To get that kind of tenure, that kind of success over that amount of time is just almost unprecedented among coaches.
Closing in on 600 victories here.
Right, and I mean, it's
not sure the exact number. I think we're around 5 or 6 victories away. So right, that's a big milestone. And I know it means a lot when you have your daughter out there. Right.
And it's so hard to go 5 years or 10 years, much less 20 and plus. And it's, for him, it's sustained success as well. And
consistently, yes, 15, 20-win seasons. It's very difficult to do. I mean, you look at it in the professional sports even. It's very difficult to win consistently at any level. It goes a long ways to talk about what Danny Miller is as a coach and what he means to the Averett family here.
And we were talking about this earlier off the air, but even him producing, players on the court as players. But Nicole Behringer played here for 4 years, was an assistant coach for about 4, and now she's a head coach over at William Peace. And
she's got them playing very well right now. I believe they're 5-1 in conference.
And exactly. And once Danny Miller, once you start developing a tree like that, a coaching tree even, outside of just a player on the court success, that makes it a lot more impressive that you're able to develop your players into successful coaches as well.
Right. So looks like we're going to get back to action here. Mark's back to serve for the Cougars. Again, Mark serving for match point here. Or set point, excuse me.
And too much on it from Egbers. So the Cougars.
Just outside. Cougars are going to take a 25-21 first set victory.
And we're going to take about a 3-minute break as teams flip court. And we'll be back here in the Grand Center. And we are back here in the Grant Center where the Cougars were able to take home set number 1 by a score of 25-21. And like we mentioned earlier, got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but after the timeout, after going down 5-1, a timeout from Danny Miller, the Lady Cougars really got their heads on straight.
Really bounced back there, you're right. Ended up hitting 0 for the set, but I don't think that's the story of it. I think we definitely hit a lot better than the stats showed. Looks like we're going to have the same lineup out there for Greensboro in set 2, and looks like it's going to be Sarah Shropshire checking in for us. Freshman. Yep, freshman out of Wilmington, North Carolina. It's going to be Katie Clark back to serve for Greensboro. Now a reception there by Shropshire. Set by Miller. Attack there by Dadas. Going to give that a kill to Dadas there. Ball went back over, hit back over, and then went back out of bounds. They're going to give award a kill to that. Going to pitch it back to serve for the Cougars. That's going to go down as an ace, just off the arms of Tori Belcher. Just unable to return it for a teammate there.
Two-0 so far in set number 2 for the Cougars.
Pitcher serves again, going to have a set. Attack there by Jazza Reed. Set by Mackenzie Miller, attacked by Shropshire. It's going to be dug back over, attacked by Dadas. Got a dig. Dig by pitcher on the other side, set by Miller, attack. Looks like we're going to have a kill there by Dadas. A little back and forth action there.
Yeah, it was fast-paced action there, like you said. Back and forth. And Dadas finally ending it.
Going to have a set by Stanley, attacked by Marks. That's going to go just off the block, and it's going to give the Cougars a 4-0 run here to start the second set. Pitcher back to serve. It's what you really look for the senior right here. Step back, give your team some points, get a little edge going. Set by 7. We're going to give a set error to 7. Now that's a tough set. Ball was dug just over the net. She tried to bring it back in. They're going to get her for a double touch there. Going to be a point for the Cougars.
And the Cougars off to a hot start.
5-0 run over in the second set. Pitcher serves. Going to have a dig there by Belcher. Dig by Miller on the other side. Set by Stanley. Going to have attack by Marks. Just a little bit long. That's one of those with that 6-2 that you can get Miller from one side, you can get Marks from the other. It makes it very hard to game plan again because you never know which one of them is going to be setting the ball in any given play, and any one of the 6 players out there on the court can attack. Goins back to serve, dig by, set Miller, attack Shropshire. That's a kill.
And Shropshire, the freshman coming in, and she possesses also a lot of power.
Very
in her
athletic
arms.
freshman, yes.
Exactly, and as well as Zamaya Mangum, someone who's inactive right now, but she possesses a ton of power in her arm. And
Harper Scolo checking in for the Cougars. Going to serve that one in the net.
Nadez and Stanley will.
Dadez, yep, checking back in. Looks like we're going to have Matovo back for the Greensboro Pride. Serves up, it's a short one, dug by Patterson, set by Miller, attack Marks. That's a kill by Keenan Marks there. That's how you can't script that up any better.
Right, and that's
dig set attack kill. Play no rally there. That's Coach
like
Miller's going to be very happy about that one.
almost picture perfect right there, right?
Right. Marks back to here to serve for the Cougars. Going to have a dig there by Belcher. Set by Clark. Attacked by Edgebers. Set Marks. Attack Taylor. And that's going to find the floor. Much better set than the first one.
I was about to just say the exact same thing.
Hitting a lot better in the second set. A lot more finding the ground. Not as many long serves or missing the lines. Very good set. Mark serves. Gonna have a set by Clark. That's a tough one. Set just beyond the pole. Mark back to serve again. 9-2 Cougars here. Have a set by Clark. Attack by Edgebers. It's going to be a kill by Edgebers there. Ritter checks back in for Greensboro. She's going to head back to serve. Dig there by Pitzer. Going to have a set by Marks. Attack by Shropshire. It's a great dig there by Clark. Going to have it over. Dig by, looked like Stanley back there. Attack Marks. Attack Miller. That's attack Taylor on the outside there. Another kill. Abby Taylor coming off the bench here, playing very well.
Absolutely. That was painting the lines there.
Coach Miller getting some great bench play here from Shropshire and Taylor. Shropshire back to serve. Going to have a kill there by Edgebers. She's going to head back to serve here for the Pride. Going to have another change here. It looks like Lisa Artis is going to check in. Dig by Shropshire, set by Marks. Attack Pitzer. Dig Ritter. They're going to get an attack error there on Tori Belcher. She hit it just in the net. Would have gone down as the fourth hit. Going to give the Cougars 11-4 advantage with senior Emily Stanley back to serve. Attack by Clark. It's going to be over by the. They're going to. So that's one of those tough ones there. You're trying to hit it over. It's going to go down as an attack error for Dadez, but she's more or less just trying to. Can't really set the ball there, trying to get it back over and live to play another point. Dig by Shropshire, set by Marks. Attack Taylor. Set Clark.
Artist
Stanley. Attack set Marks, excuse me. You're going to have attack by Pitzer. That's going to be a kill. Just found the line. That's a great hit from the outside, hitting down the line. Miller checks back in. She's going to head back to serve for the Cougars. That's a great hit from the left side. I mean, you can't script that up any better. She hit down the line. It's very tough defensively to get down there and defend that ball. You have a set by Clark, or attack by Clark, excuse me. Dig Pitzer. Set Miller, attack Marks. Dig Edgebers, and it's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a kill. I believe that was Mackenzie Miller on the kill.
And so 13-5 for the Cougars, and Marks, the senior, is almost as good as an attacker as she is a setter, and which really, like you said, helps out Danny Miller when you have someone that can go both ways like that.
You're right.
She can even get down and dig as well.
That's a good point there by Greensboro. Got that set by Clark, and it looks like it was Montovu that put it down. It's going to send Clark back to serve. Little athletic play over there by Emily Stanley on the other side as she almost got down to that. Dig by Dadis, set by Miller, attack Pitzer, found the floor again.
I mean, when you go to Des Miller Pitzer, it's always almost going to end in a point. There seems to be like a trend there. And I mean, Miller to Pitzer is such a, as well as Marks to Pitzer, such a good combination.
That's going to be just outside there. Just missed that one. Like you're going to have Goins check back in for the Pride. She heads back to serve. 14-7 advantage here for the Cougars in set 2. Attack Dadis. That's a tough one. Clark made the initial dig. It's going to be very tough for Goins to get that set back up.
Falling back into her, and she's trying to back up as well. It's, like you said, just a tough play on the ball to make.
You're right. It's going to go down as a kill. Looks like we got Pitzer leading the way for us, or for the Cougars, excuse me. 5 kills so far, hitting .333 for the match. Clark on the set. Looks like you're going to have Edgebers. Edgebers is going to put that down just out of the reach of Pitzer on the dive. Daddis is going to check back in, switch off with Stanley.
And Egbert is really the highlight player for Greensboro this set. I think that might be her third or fourth point or kill there.
Patterson with the over. Just a bit long there by Ware. Taylor's going to check back in for the Cougars here. Marks back to serve. And that's going to go down as an ace. Little knuckleball action there. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Greensboro here. And yeah, you were right. Edgeworth's leading the way right now for the Pride with 4 kills.
And she's really keeping Greensboro in it. Without her 4 kills, it's 17-4. And so she's really keeping them in it and keeping their spirits up right now as Averett, like you said earlier, is having a way better second set than they played in their first set.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. A lot better pass and receive. I'm sure Coach Miller would agree. Hit percentage climbing for the match. Looks like we've got Pitzer hitting over 400, which Keita Marks hitting 600. Those are both outstanding numbers. Pitzer leading the way with 6 kills. Dada's shortly behind with 5, and Pitzer looks like she's closing in on a double-double. 6 kills, 6 digs, and Mark's leading the way with 12 assists right now. Set by Clark, attacked by Edgeworth, dig by Marks. Went over, and it looked like we're going to have, looks like Jordan Ware put that down for the Pride. It's one of those tough ones. You dig it out, just sneaks over the net, and the Greensboro player is waiting right there to put it down. Ritter back to serve.
Stanley to Marks to Patterson, and she finds Hardwood. And what a kill by Patterson there.
Great pass receive there. Have an 18-9 advantage. Shropshire back to serve for the Cougars. Dig by Goins.
And like Patterson just mistimed it.
Patterson just mistimed that.
It's a little early.
Good idea there, though. Again, that's one of those that was a reverse from a couple of plays ago. Dig heads off the serve, head back over the net. Middle hitter just waiting there to put it down. Like we got Edgeworth back to serve. Dig by Stanley. Set by Marks. Gonna have Pitzer on the attack. Edgeworth on the dig. Marks on the dig for the other side. Set Stanley. Attack Taylor. Just a little bit long. Just missed the back line there.
Right.
Good idea there, though. Edgeworth back to serve. Greensboro trails 11-18. Dig Stanley. Going to have a set by Marks. Attack Pitzer. That's a kill by Pitzer. Great position shot, though. She didn't find the floor. She put it just out of the reach of Edgeworth, who had to dive for that one. It's a tough ball to return. Stanley back to serve for the Cougars. Set. That's going to be a continuation there. We're going to have a back over. And it looks like we're going to get a kill there by Belcher. It's just one of those. She's just trying to tuck it back over the net, and it just went off the arms of Shropshire. Just a little bit out of her reach. Belcher's going to be back to serve. Dig Stanley. We're going to have a set by Marks. Attack Pitzer. Kill Pitzer. Seems to be the pattern so far here in the second set. Marks to Pitzer. Miller checks back in for the Cougars.
And Pitzer's ball placement and accuracy on the kill is just so, like I said, she's so smart with it, whether she's going down line or if she's putting it outside of the reach of Egbers here. She's just so smart and accurate where she wants to put the ball, and it usually works out in Averett's favor.
Dig by Miller there. It's a great dig. Going to have attack by Daddis. Dig Miller. Set Stanley. to have attack by Marks here. That's going to be a kill. There's the versatility right there of between Marks and Miller. You never know which one you're going to get to set. Miller back to serve. 21-12 advantage here for the Cougars. Here in set 2. Gonna be a short serve, dug by Edgebers. Set by Matovu. Gonna have an attack. Looks like we're gonna get Ritter with a kill there. It's like Joshua Reed. Clark back to serve for Greensboro. Dig Shropshire. Set Miller. Attack Pitzer. Kill Pitzer. I believe that's 9 kills so far for the game.
Pitzer, just an amazing attacker.
Hitting a whopping 462.
Sheesh.
Pitzer with a serve. Dig Belgium. Attacked by Artis. Looks like it's going to be just out of bounds over there. A little out of sorts over there. Started with a dig, just a little off. Pitzer serves. Dig Belcher. Set Clark. Attack Belcher. That's going to be a block. Continuation back over. Going to have a dig by Miller. Set 2. Attack Marks. Going to have an attack Belcher. Dig Pitzer. Set Miller. Attack Daddis. Oh, Clark just dug that. Going to have it over. Dig Pitzer. Shropshire with the attack. Dig Clark. Yeah, so you had a set by Edgebers there, and it looked like it was looked like Artis just missed that. Pitzer back serving set point here, 24-13 advantage. Just a little bit low. Still a very good rally there by the Cougars.
Yeah, like you said, good back and forth. Again, fast-paced action and way to stay in it by the Cougars and not give up and stay persistent, and good communication on the court.
Going back to serve. Going to have a dig by Shropshire. Going to be set by Stanley. Just going to have an over here. Going to have a set by Clark. Attack by Edgebers. Just missed the back line. That's going to give the Cougars a second set, 25-14.
And while we flip sides of the court, Grayson Eaton sat down with Madison Dedez in an interview, and we're going to play that here.
Grayson Eaton here with Madison Dedez. When did you start playing volleyball?
I started playing volleyball my freshman year of high school.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue-green.
Where are you from?
I'm from Yorktown, Virginia.
What did you do over the summer?
I worked at a water park called Water Country USA.
What high school did you attend?
I went to Tabb High School.
What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I enjoy reading.
Who was your first coach?
My first coach was Mike Honeycutt.
Why do you like Averett?
I like Averett because it's very personal and I get to know all the students and all the teachers.
Describe your team in 3 words.
The volleyball team in 3 words, I would have to say competitive, fun, and we're a family.
Describe your coach in 1 word.
Danny Miller, I would have to say 1 word, dad. He's like a dad to all of us.
What is your major?
My major is sports management with a minor in psychology.
What is your dream?
My dream is to go to the NCAA tournament before I graduate college.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment is probably, oh my gosh, at practice one time, I tried to hit the ball and I landed in the net and it was very funny. It was really embarrassing.
Tell me something interesting about you.
I am terrified of cats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grayson Eaton here with
And we are back here at Dig Pink Night here in the Grand Center. Your Cougars lead it 2-0 in set play. And like Mr. Swanson said, second set, almost a different team out there than the first set. Played much better in that second set.
Right. Much better attack percentage that set. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, you got Pitzer hitting 500 for the game right now. I mean, that's outstanding for an outside hitter. Normally, as a coach, you want your hitters to be around 200, middles around 400. So, I mean, for her hitting 500 right now, it's a very good number. Looks like it's going to be about the same lineup for Greensboro. We're going to have Brooke Aaron check back in for us, and Shropshire is going to stay on. We're going to have a set here by Clark, attacked by Artis. She finds the bottom of the floor there.
And that's a good attack by Artis there, able to find hardwood.
Reed's going to check back in for Greensboro. Clark's back to serve. 1-0 advantage here. Dig by Aaron, set by Miller, attack Daddis. That's going to go as a kill for Daddis. That's a very good dig there, though. A dig attempt by Clark to keep that in play. Just a little bit outside, though. Shropshire back here to serve. Tied 1-1 here in the third set. Dig there by Belcher. Set by Clark. Attack by Reed. It's going to be continued. Going to go over. Dig by Miller. Set Stanley. Going to have Marks on the attack here. Dig Edgeworth. Set Clark. Artis with the attack. Great dig there by Miller. Or, Marks. Going to have attack there by Aaron. Just going to get it over here by Greensboro.
Miller setting up Aaron.
That's a great set, great attack kill by Aaron right there. Can't script that up any better right there. It's what you want from your outside hitters. Shropshire is going to go back to serve here, 2-1 advantage. I know Coach Miller talked a lot in probably the second set of this is a big third set win right here we've got to have. We're going to have an attack by Clark. Great dig by Miller. Set Stanley. Attack Marks. Kept in. That's going to go down as a kill from Marks.
And like you said, a great dig there by Miller. Way to stay on her toes.
Yeah, she came away from the back row there. Read the tip by Clark and managed to lay out, as they call in volleyball terms, picked up a pancake.
And so 3-1 for the Cougars. Looks like Matovu's wiping some sweat off the floor. And looking into the crowd, actually, President Dr. Tiffany Franks and her husband Joe Franks is here. And again, one of the more active presidents, tries to make every home game that she can along with her busy schedule.
Big supporters of Averett Athletics.
Right.
Shropshire back to serve. Just a little bit too much mustard.
And so Artis will step back to serve for Greensboro.
Marks closing in on triple-double for the game. Dig by Stanley, set by Miller, attack Aaron. That's going to go down as a kill by Aaron. Again, that's one of those like we talked about in the second set that you're not going to find floor. Put it just out of the reach of the dive in the back row. Makes it tough to get a return set.
So Stillman checking on the serve for the Cougars.
Dig there by Edgeburst, set by Clark, attack Edgeburst. Gonna have a dig there by Aaron, set by Miller. That's gonna go down as probably a set error there by Miller. Just misplayed the ball a little bit.
And Gray Capozzoli, freshman, checking on for the Cougars.
Get a service error there by Greensboro. It's going to send Keenan Marks back to serve for the Cougars.
And Pitzer back on.
4-3 advantage here. Marks will send this over.
Greensboro with the over.
Yep. Set by Marks. Attack Aaron. Continuation. That's going to go down as a block by, looked like Reed and where? Ritter back to serve for Greensboro.
Good dig by Stanley. Set for Aaron.
Aaron's going to put that down. Brooke Aaron playing a lot better here in set 3.
And 6-4 as she steps back to serve.
Dig there by Belcher, set by Clark.
Good dig by Stanley. And Shropshire.
That's a great kill by Shropshire. That's a great play there by Stanley to keep that alive. Marks managed to dig it just off the initial dig by Stanley, set it up, and then Shropshire put it down. Great play there. Just missed that off the fingers. Going to give ball back to Greensboro. It looks like Edgebur's back to serve, and Artis is going to check in. 7-5 advantage here for the Cougars. Edgebur serves. Dig by Shropshire. Set Marks. Attack Pitzer. And have a dig by Ritter. Set Clark. Attack Artis.
Great dig by Stanley.
Yep. Just a little bit too much mustard on that one.
Right.
That's a tough set there by Marks.
Right. And it looked like she kind of didn't know if she wanted to tap it over or set. I believe it was Shropshire on that side over there.
Dig by Shropshire here. Gonna have a set by Marks. Attack by Gray. Capozzoli. A little confusion there on the back line after the set.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Looks like Ritter and Edgeburs didn't quite know who was going to take that attempt.
So Stanley back to serve for the Cougars.
She serves from a very interesting spot on the floor. Attack by Artis here, just a little bit long it looks like. Yeah, Stanley serving over from the left corner. You don't see that all the time. She serves a lot from across the court, too. Dig by Ritter, set Clark. Gonna have attack by Belcher, dig Stanley. Set Marks, attack by Brooke Aaron. Dig Belcher, gonna have a set Clark. Gonna have attack by, can't see the number, dig Stanley. That's gonna be a kill by Pitzer there. Pitzer with the initial digs, tossed it back up to Stanley, and Stanley rewarded her with a kill there. It's a great play by Jordan Pitzer. Stanley back to serve again. Dig by Edgeburs, set Clark. Attack by Artis. That's just going to sneak over the net there. Tough break there for the Cougars.
And it kind of looked like it came off of Pitzer was trying to block it there, and it came off her fingers.
Yeah, it looked like she just missed the swing a little bit, and the block just happened to be just moved at the wrong time. I'm going to have a set here by Marks. Attack Pitzer. Dig by Edgeburs, set Clark. Attack Artis. Going to have an over here. Attack by Artis, dig Stanley, set Marks, attack Pitzer. That's going to be a kill by Pitzer. Seems to be the theme throughout the second and third set tonight.
And I was going to say, in the third set, it looks like Greensboro's going to this Clark setup Artis a lot more. At least the past couple of serves, it's been the case there. They go to Clark to Artis.
I think that a lot of that has to do with Averett's strategy, trying to keep the ball on the left side of Clark to force them to have to attack from the left side right now. Miller back to serve. Dig by Edgeburs. Is going to go over, attack Daddis. Going to have a dig, attacks Artis. Dig McKenzie, attack Daddis. Dig Edgeburs, set Clark. Going to have attack Artis. That's a great dig by Brooke Aaron there. Set Miller. Attack Shropshire just a little bit long.
And so that's Joshua Reed checking back in for Greensboro.
Clark back to serve for Greensboro. 11-8 advantage here for the Cougars. Just a little bit long.
And how important is it, if you're head coach Danny Miller, how important is it that you're stressing to your team that we have to close out? Like you said, in the second set, you close out on the final point. How important is it to close out and go 3-0?
It's very important to close out and go 3-0. I know that's been one of the pushes this year. We're going to have a dig there by Miller. Set Stanley. Looks like Mark's got a little bit tripped up there. But like you said, I mean, like we talked about the first set, you get up 24-19. It's very important to put away that 25th point. But it's even more important here up 2-0 to try to put away this third set. So we're going to have a kill there by Brooke Aaron.
Brooke Aaron bringing the heat.
Yeah, very, very important here in set 3 to come out with tempo, really take advantage, try to put the ball on the floor, and not really try to give any momentum back to Greensboro.
And so Stillman back into the game. She will serve.
Stillman serves, 13-9 advantage here for the Cougars. We had dig by Belcher, set Clark, attack Edgeburst, and she's going to find the bottom of the floor there, just outside the reach there of Shropshire. So we're going to have Daddis check back in.
And so Stanley back into the game for the Cougars. Like that's Matuvo on the
set by Marks. Going to have an over here. Dig Clark. Set Edgeburst. That's an over. Dig Shropshire. Set Miller. Going to have attack by Brooke Aaron. Kill Brooke Aaron. Pitzer checks back in here for the Cougars. Marks back to serve. 14-10 advantage. Dig Belcher. Going to have an over here. Set Marks, attack Capozzoli, kill. Freshman picking up a big kill there.
Absolutely, and a good dig attempt there from Grace Goins. Marks on the serve.
That's going to go down as an ace. Very interesting serve there. Wound back, looked like she was going to take a nice even stroke, and it's like she punched at the ball. A little knuckler sent over the net. And point for the Cougars. Set Clark. Attack 12. And an attack there by Pitzer. It's going to be dug out. Set again by Clark. Attacked by Edgeburst. Dig Shropshire. Going to have a set by Marks. Attack Paige Aaron.
Edgeburst.
Just a little bit long, it looked like.
And you were talking about Marks' serve and how she looked like she was going to wind up as a timeout is called. Like she was going to wind up and throw it across, but she kind of punched at it with the palm of her hand. It's almost like her.
It's like a delayed reaction a little bit.
Right, almost like her showing off, if she was a pitcher, showing off her stuff from the serving position.
A little bit of a knuckleball.
The Cougars up 17-10. And like you said, very important to close out here and go 3-0. Like you said, you don't want to give a team any momentum and give them another set, let them live on another set. You really want to close out games as fast as you can, as efficient as possible. And you don't want to give teams much breathing room at all.
Yeah, if you're Coach Miller here, you're talking consistency. It's all right to give up a point here and there, but you really don't want to let Greensboro gain much momentum here, up 17-10. You got a little bit of breathing room, but like we talked about, very, very important here to close out the third set. Looks like we still got Pitzer here leading the way, 11 kills on the night. And Keenan Marks checked in already right now with just 3 digs short of a triple-double.
Shropshire set by Marks. She finds Aaron. And Clark takes it off the face. A hard take there.
Great kill there by Aaron. She's really stepped up here in the third set. Excuse me. Marks back to serve. Looks like that's going to be a serve. Just went off the arms of
Goins there.
Goins. Marks back to serve here. 19-10 advantage for the Cougars. Little knuckler. Goes over, attacked by Aaron. Set Clark. And have attacked by Goins. Attacked by Pitzer. Dig by Reed. Going to have an over. Set Stanley. Attack Pitzer. It's going to be dug out. Going to have an attack here by Edgeburst. It's going to find the net. That's a great tip right there.
Right. And so Greensboro are able to stopped the run of the Cougars as they got off even to before the timeout. They were on a good bit of a run there, and Greensboro able to finally take a breath and say, okay, we've got this under control now.
Ritter back to serve. You're going to have a set there by, going to go out of bounds, a little set error there by, look like Pitzer. Yeah, as you were saying, good way to end the run there. I mean, that's a great finesse play by Edgeburst, not to just take a full swing, see the gap in the middle of the floor, and just tap it down. Dig by Pitzer, set marks. Attack Aaron.
Katie Clark with the dig.
Looks like that's going to go down as a kill.
And she sprinted from across the court to try and get that dig.
Clark's been all over the floor for Greensboro tonight. But yeah, looking at the stats, I mean, we hit 0 for the first set, turned that around, hit 433 for the second set, which is really an outstanding mark, and currently sitting at 286 for the third set. So I'm sure Coach Miller will be very, very happy with the second and third set hitting percentage. Puts us at just over 200% for the game. Gonna have a set by Clark. Looked like Edgeburst with a kill there.
And Edgeburst, the player who played so well in the second set for her team, coming through in the third set.
Edgeburst back to serve. Just a bit long.
And way to stay off of it by Brooke Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron almost touched that. It almost hit the back line, too.
So Stanley back to serve for the Cougars, 21-13.
Big advantage here with the senior back to serve. Have a dig by Ritter, set Clark. Attack Belcher. Dig Marks, set Stanley. Attack Shropshire. Dig Belcher, set Clark. Attack Artis. Dig Aaron, set Marks. Attack Shropshire. And that's going to be a kill by Shropshire. Like we talked about earlier, not necessarily finding the floor, but finding hands.
Right.
Stanley back to serve, 22-13 advantage for the Cougars. Dig by Edgeburst, set Clark. Attack continuation. You're going to have an over by Belcher. Set Marks, attack Dadez, kill. Can't script that any better right there.
And Madison Dedez, really the heart of this volleyball team. She's almost like does what Draymond Green does for the Warriors. Katie Clark sets up Artis,
Attack Artis. Kill Artis. Just missed that block there, just a little bit outside the lines. Looks like Belcher's going to go back for the pride. Dig by Aaron, set Stanley. Going to have an attack by Pitzer. Dig Clark, set, attack Belcher. Dig Datas, attack Marks. Great dig there by Edgeburst.
And the Cougars
are going to capitalize on that. Looks like Miller's going to check back in, head back to serve. She's going to head back for what could be set point. Cougars looking to take a 25-14 victory here, up 24-14 in the third set. Dig Edgeburst, set Clark, attack Artis. That's a kill by Artis. Greensboro hanging on here in the final.
And Reed will check back in. And it looks like
it's going to be Clark heading back to serve. Clark's played a great game tonight. Dig Marks, set Miller, attack Datas. That's a kill by Datas.
And just like that, the Cougars, like you said, 25-15, and they close out in good fashion. Like you said, they didn't play well in the first set, too well in the first set, but
played well
second
enough to
set,
win.
Right? Second set and third set played a lot better, and a lot of things for Danny Miller to be proud of.
Managed to hit 320 for the third set. I'm sure Coach Miller is going to be very happy with that 3-0 victory.
And so the Cougars return to action October 5th as they travel to Bridgewater College at Bridgewater at 7 p.m. We want to thank you for joining us, Joseph Swanson. Thank you for joining me on broadcast.
Appreciate you having me tonight. Haven't been on volleyball for a long time.
You did fantastic. We want to, again, thank you for joining us. There's a lot of things you could have been doing tonight, but you joined us on the Averett Sports Network, and we want to wish you a very happy night.
Appreciate it. Take care.